ties to our ANZACs to the AKJV Bible. Their other argument is the ties of the AIF to the King James Version Bible are just ridiculous. Seriously, our ANZAC must have been time travellers for this to be even remotely true. After all, the King James Bible was enacted in 1611. We feel they might have hooked up with the Doc and Marty McFly, grabbed a loan of the DeLorean and zipped off to the year 1611 to accomplish this feat. Let's continue. May 1927, the opening of Old Parliament House. Now guess what flag was flying? Most definitely not the pending competition flag of 1901 or the 1903 gazetted version of the Red Ensign, as this was 1927. So it had to be the 1908 gazetted or Churchill-Kitchener Red Ensign. What Red Ensign would have been flown then in 1927? The first Parliament of the Commonwealth of Australia was opened at the Melbourne Exhibition Building on the 9th of May 1901. The new King of England, Edward VII, sent his son and heir, the Duke of Cornwall and York, to Australia as his representative. Now what flag was flying here? The Union Jack, of course. But what else was? The 1901 Gazette states, the Government of the Commonwealth of Australia invite competitive designs for a federal flag. Such designs to be forwarded by post or otherwise not later than the 31st of May 1901. Yet our first Parliament was opened on the 9th of May 1901. First Parliament. The Duke of Cornwall and York opens the first federal Parliament, 9th of May 1901. What size flags are they? State Library of Victoria. The first federal elections for the new Australian Parliament were held on 29th and 30th of March 1901. 87 of the 111 newly elected parliamentarians had been members of colonial parliaments, including 14 who had been colonial premiers. Several had also participated in the drafting of the Constitution and were active in the push for federation. 10 had been at the 1891 National Australasian Convention and 25 attended the Second National Australasian Convention. The first Parliament of the Commonwealth of Australia was opened at noon on the 9th of May 1901 by the Duke of Cornwall and York, later King George V. The lavish ceremony took place in the Exhibition Building, Melbourne, and was attended by over 12,000 guests. In his address, the Duke told the gathering, "It is His Majesty's, King Edward VII, earnest prayer that this union so happily achieved may, under God's blessing, prove an instrument for still further promoting the welfare and advancement of his subjects in Australia, and for the strengthening and consolidation of his empire." Members of Parliament were sworn in by the Governor-General and then travelled by foot and horse-drawn carriage to Victoria's Parliament House. The Senate then met at 1:10 p.m. in the Legislative Council and the House of Representatives met at 2:30 p.m. in the Legislative Assembly for the first session of Federal Parliament. The Victorian Parliament House remained the temporary home of Federal Parliament until 1927, when a new Parliament House was opened in Canberra. During this time, the Victorian Parliament met in the Exhibition Building. In Melbourne, the opening of Parliament was marked by 2 weeks of celebrations. The enthusiasm with which Australians greeted Federation and at the first Federal Parliament demonstrated the nation was eager to unite as one people. According to history, the New South Wales ensign, also known as the Federation flag, was there too. Let's not forget that Federation flag. The Australian Federation flag, also known as the New South Wales ensign, was the result of an attempt in the 1830s to create a national flag for the Commonwealth of Australia. Notice how the dates do not line up? Did these parliamentarians already have red and blue ensign flags designed and ready before the competition had ended? So what about the first pending unofficial flag to fly? Well, as it turns out, only the blue Govco flag was first flown from the Exhibition Building, Melbourne, on the 3rd of September 1901, when the winning competition design was announced. This was a huge flag, 36 by 18 feet, made to order for the occasion. However, no red ensign flag for this occasion other than the people flying theirs in the streets and on the waterways. Well, the blue ensign of the Commonwealth of Australia was first unveiled 3rd of the 9th, 1901. After all, it wasn't till the 29th of April, 1901, the Gazette was released for the flag competition and such designs to be forwarded by post or otherwise not later than the 31st of May 1901. So this makes sense that GovCo would fly theirs first. These people have been asked many times to produce or provide gazetted approved and recorded information in regards to the 1901 Federal Red Ensign to debunk these facts. However, they have not, cannot, or will not produce such evidence. The gazetted information is of paramount importance, as one can see the Flags Act 1953, but this is how we, the people, can see the trespass. All gazettes and Hansard reports are official documents and transcripts that come from all floors of our Parliament. They are like having a constant ear, or fly on the wall on all dealings and debate that happen within the walls of Parliament. Without them, we would have no transparency at all. Remember those definitions at the beginning of the article? Now look at the BS in the 1953 Flags Act, Menzies Fake Trespass Act.